Hello, this is Wolf Outdoor Review here. Today I'm going to be doing a review of this backpack. You may be asking, what is this? Doesn't look like anything military surplus that you normally do a review of. I can assure you it is, but it's a different pack, that's for sure. Got some trash, but you may think, oh, it looks like the FILBE 3-day assault pack. It is, kind of. This is a CAS medical sustainment bag. Yeah, and it has the NSN number. It's made by Proper International. This is a Marine Corps issued thing. Maybe Air Warriors as well, or some other medical units, but mainly Marine Corps for now. It's what I've been told. And it has all of the standardized military jargon and a QR code, which I believe is to check it in and out, along with all the other pouches and stuff. So if you have a medical ambulance Humvee look type thing, you can check in and out bags so they can keep the records, what's used and all that, if I had to guess what that's for. So we're going to go over the insides, outsides, and uses and stuff. And yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video. Alright, starting out, this is coyote brown color. Everything on it is coyote brown. Even every single thing, except maybe some black on the lettering and some of the pouches. But other than that, everything's coyote brown on this. And I think this particular model only came in coyote brown. It may be black. That's the only other thing I can think of. But as you can see here, this is a clamshell design, and it's got a puffy walls. So the walls are a couple, maybe in. Let's see here, maybe 1/8 of an inch thick. So they're pretty thick walls to keep all your stuff safe. And you have a thing here you could put remembrance tape on here, so like bag 3, whatever. And you don't have to write on the bag. You can if you want to. You could put medical car kit, whatever you decide. If you buy one of these, you could write all over it if you wanted to. But I think this is for a piece of Velcro to write its contents, or bag 3 of 5, blah, blah, blah. This is the car accident kit, or if you have a lot of these type of bags, this is the camera bag. So you can use this for a multitude of different things, from camping to first aid. I tend to use it for more of the first aid side. So, without further ado, we'll go over the measurements. I have just some sheets and random things in this right now to give it shape, to tell you the measurements. And it looks like we're at about 1 foot or 12 5/8 by about 17 3/4 by crux, with this stuff like it is, about 7 inches. So those are the measurements roughly of this, or dimensions anyway. And you can always compress and uncompress them with this. You could see the difference already. So you try not to like fill it up too much, but that is that. So, okay, moving on to the back with measurements. We have a generous, very rudimentary designed shoulder straps. Sorry, it's raining outside for the noise. And these are 1 foot 6 inches to the buckle, and let's see here. You've got a lot. You could fit this around a tree if you wanted to. And from base to tip, looks like you're looking at about 2 foot 1 inches of space that way. So you do the math for the total. And then you can really get this down to whatever you find reasonable. And these are somewhat removable, somewhat attached. If you cut this strap, you can replace this, but you may have to figure some stuff out, because I don't know if these are normal. Let's check, actually. Okay, never mind. They're just normal buckles. Just going to say you might have to buy a tail set or maybe just buy a random strap, but that is the shoulder straps. You also have this mesh material under here. You could probably fit some sort of flat objects like a patient care card, paperwork in a Ziploc to fill out on scene, whatever you need, depending on your SOP and your regulations. If you buy this for a group of scouts, or if you use this for your personal use, you could do whatever you want in it. But if you're buying it, yeah, I could see this being used in a Boy Scouts or something capacity where you use this with an organization, or family camp out. So you could use this as a personal thing, a organizational thing, like for YMCA or whatever, or like I said, personal. This is obviously used by the military, so it's nice because you could, as you'll see, you could switch things out. Moving on to the bottom, you have 2 drainage holes, very rudimentary, and everything around this. Top, bottom, sides are padded, so you have morphine in here. It won't break, theoretically. So, as you can see, like I said, everything's coyote brown in some shade or another, with the exception of little black parts in here as well. This has black in the threading, so. And all the tag details will be in the description for your convenience. Alright, opening this up, this is a tear open design if you need it to be. I'd keep the things at the top theoretically, then you could rip it open. There's all my random stuff, form fitting, and doesn't look like much, does it? That's because if you do buy this, you're going to be out a couple $100, probably, unless you're lucky. I got mine locally for $80. I don't remember where. I just kind of had this in the corner and forgot about it. It wasn't in a vehicle, but then it took up too much space, and if you have a truck like a Tacoma, this will work well for you. But for me, I just use my individual first aid kit. I should probably throw this back in, but for now I don't. Alright, so as you can see, this is for fuzzy side down, or fuzzy side up Velcro, and this whole pack is covered in it. And as you can see here, you've got quite thick from here to here. You got about that much thickness on the side walls. Let's see here. Measurements, yes. Alright, so yeah, actually it looks like about 1/4 of an inch. Hopefully you can hear me over the rain. Sorry I can't do too much about that, but hopefully you get something out of this. But yeah, about 1/4 of an inch of padding all the way around the bottom top, and you have removable pockets. So, starting out with this, all the tags will be in the description. The problem is with I don't know if I'd buy it personally. Just throwing that out there. These I looked up to buy a bunch of extras. These are like $20 each. So if you are buying a singular setup to, okay, I'm never changing this ever again, you may be but if you're buying like the whole set and just the clamshell, these empty go for $100. I bought the whole thing with pouches, $80. I felt pretty good personally, and it was brand new, so someone did know what the value of something. But yeah, so like I said, we'll start off going through the pouches. We have Naran Pouch, CAS Narc. There's all the information on it. You can pause the video and check it out. And in mine, I keep Narcan. Just tried to throw some realistic stuff. You're not going to need a splint every single day, although it would be good to keep in here. But what you're realistically going to need is what I keep in mind. And some stuff I still need to buy. I tore this thing apart to do a video on it, so I said, oh, well, I have to replace a bunch of stuff anyway, so might as well do a video on it. So it isn't up to date. I will be putting tourniquets and as much legal stuff I can in here that isn't like controlled substances. So I'm going to try to do a full first aid kit and have major, like, I don't even know, diaper-sized, pillow-sized gauze things in case you're bleeding from the stomach. So this is going to be a heavy casualty. Huge emergency kit for car accidents and stuff. But first thing's Narcan. Make sure if you buy this, you check expiration date and lot numbers and all that. This was handed out by our hospital, or something like that. And with that, I decided to grab one. You know, why not? So there's that. All right, moving on. Looks like I'm gonna have to reposition my camera because I've got my batteries died. All right, there we go. So, okay. So, that's the first pouch, Narc Pouch. It's reasonably big. I don't know. I don't have any square items except the Narcan box. But you can fit. Let's see. All right, for this, you're looking at about 5 inches by 7 inches. And depth-wise, we'll just go off of... we'll just assume this is a circle. And go from Velcro to the base, and that's about 3.5 inches. So assume 3.5 inch depth on a circle. So, or a half a circle, whatever they're called. Some moon shape, I forget what the name is. But that is the first pouch in the system. There's a few I don't have, because whoever bought this set it up the way they liked it, and then I bought it as is. And I don't know why they didn't use it. Maybe they had the same problem I did. It's too big, unless you know you'll need it. So anyway, second up, I have this weird panel. I think is normally supposed to hold morphine, or like shots and stuff. Or, I don't even know, some sort of elastic stuff. And you have this here, which goes all the way through here and finishes off here on a part there. So this is like some sort of dummy cord. Maybe this ties off to here so you could pull this. I don't know. It's got a weird buckle. I would assume maybe scissors or something. If anyone knows any information on this kit, please let me know. I'm just going off of like, hey, this looks cool. I could use this for a medical kit, and I bought it. So I don't know too much on the history of the stuff. I just thought I'd go over the features and stuff. So if I'm inaccurate, please correct me. Yeah. So this is considered the elastic panel CAS. Same thing. It's all CAS. They all have NSN numbers. Most of them, if not all of them, are produced by Proper International. So that's the information on that one. All of them have hook side down Velcro, and it's pretty strong. So even if you kind of don't want to redo it, these tend to. You can see a lot of the rises on there. The Velcro does kind of get bad a little bit if you keep pulling on and off, on off, off. So you do have limited use on this. Of like, you kind of have to set it up how you want it. I would, Velcro goes bad eventually. And if you have blood and dirt and stuff, it will get inside the fibers. So, yeah, I would try to stick to a layout and stick with it. So, that's that panel. And I have a Chemlight, green and red Chemlight, and hand sanitizer so far. I'm probably going to have to do a shopping trip and buy some actual stuff like, I don't know if civilians can carry morphine, but whatever the legal limit is for medical equipment for reasonable use on a car accident or something, or even if you can administer this. So I'm going to look into the laws and try to put in what I can legally put in here without training, and if they need training, then I'll do the training, but so far I just kind of have like first aid supplies in it. So, alright. Next up, we have a large pouch. So that's the information. This was here originally. This was right here. So I yanked that out. These have rip tops on the top, so oh god, I need pouch 1. You could write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on them if you wanted to, and then rip them up. And then you have car accident or overdose or whatever. You can label them with your scenarios. But in this one, I just have a bunch of different gauze packets. So these are the larger things, and the like compression bandage, I guess. And 2 of those, and Q-tip swabs, and some of it's emergency blanket. I'm kind of, working on all this, so some of it's probably not needed, but I'm doing research on what I need for my area and all that, so, but yeah. Next thing I pulled out that's loose, I was just kind of seeing what I have and what I should get out and take in. This is a emergency bandage, trauma wound dressing 6-inch hemorrhage control bandage, otherwise known as an Israeli bandage, and it consolidates the following: pressure applicator, non-adherent pad, elastic secondary dressing, stop and go release, and closure bar. This is all in one almost for massive bleeding, so I believe what you would do is tourniquet above this for major leg artery bleeds, tourniquet above, and then this. If not, you could maybe get away with using this as a tourniquet. But just for safety measures, if you need this, you need a tourniquet. That's how I would just go with it. I have 2 of these. I have a 4-inch one and a 6-inch one. The 4-inch one stays in my personal kit I carry everywhere, and this stays in my large bag. I should probably get more of these, but normally they have an expiration date. This one fell off or sold to me like this, so someone's getting in trouble for that, but whatever. I don't think they may expire too badly. As long as they're sterile, it's probably just a liability thing. Unless anyone has any information that's different, let me know. But, there's gamma sterilization. Sterility is guaranteed unless package is opened or damaged, and it says sterile. And there's an NSN number. This will all be in the description. Or at least the NSN number will. And this is how it tells you instructions to put it on. There's your major leg bleed. I guess you don't use a tourniquet, but I would recommend one anyway. So you put the pad on the wound and wrap the bandage around the limb or body part. Insert elastic bandage into the pressure applicator. And that's this thing here. And then you pull it tight. And you keep wrapping and putting it in, and I think what it does is flip-flops every time. So you pull it over, then you pull it. And so you pull that as hard as you can that way, so there's no more tension. Then you pull this back hard that way, and that creates your pressure on top of the wound. And then you keep wrapping, wrap, and then you close it off with the final part has this thing that goes around what you've done so far. And this is the 6-inch one. You can tell that because it's 6 inches, or give or take. And so, if you need your whole arm, if your arm's completely blown off, or, well, I guess it's more better for major cuts, but if your arm's here, you'd place it on there and then wrap it. And I definitely recommend you talk to your local Red Cross group or whatever, and you can do trainings on these. There's also wilderness first aid classes you can take and all sorts of stuff, so if you want to do this, either join the military, they train you in all this. I think they have a week-long or more course at basic training on first aid stuff. Or, take a specialized class. But I've taken a class on this somewhat, so I know the gist of it. Of course, with all this, it's don't take it off when you're starting it. Put it on, leave it on. Don't, let it bleed for 5 seconds or whatever. So, at least practice with this. Either buy one that's non-sterile anymore to practice with, or do a class on it, so kind of what you're doing. And so I carried one of those. More padding. This is I don't even know why this is in here, but I think this is like a vintage bandage. Probably get rid of it, but advance 100%. Yeah, I'll have to use that as training, but I don't know. It's fun. That's the date. I don't know, but I don't know. I get that. And then we got some more medical things. I've got cough drops, Blistrex, and I think that's all. Oh, gloves. bunch of little gauze pads for tinier bleedings, hand sanitizer wipes for after you're done. Okay, and then we're on to the last pouch, I believe. Yeah, okay. This is a triple pocket panel. There's information on that. And this is where I have all that stuff. So normally in the middle I keep my Advils and all the prescription stuff. On the outside I keep gloves, that hemorrhage Israeli bandage, and the gauze pads stay in with the Israeli bandage. The gloves, hand sanitizer, aftercare stuff, maybe a lollipop or something to keep your mind off of it. That's just how I have it set up now, but you want to make sure you have aftercare stuff, like an emergency blanket and whatever you can legally give them. And depending on if they're knocked out or not, don't try to give them a lollipop. But, maybe a chewy bar if it's something where it's, they're going to be waiting a while, if they're not, like, throwing up because of the seizing or whatever. Depending on the situation, try to have something to morale boost, whatever. So, but yeah, so there's that. That's all that stuff. Moving down, we have another panel. Here's like an emergency situation. You can rip these off. This is considered the medium pouch, CAS medium pouch. There's the information on that. And inside this one, I keep a bunch of alcohol prep pads, tape, a poppable ice pack, eye drops, single-use thermometers, a bunch more tape, matches. That's all. So the inside of these are also puffy, which is weird. And so it's puffy inside, kind of like the outside here. And then the last pouch I have here rips off. And this one's a little bit different because you can turn it inside out. Inside here, I keep the 4-inch hemorrhage control bandage thing I have. I ripped the package open just to make it smaller for storage reasons. And this one did come with the expiration date of 2029, which I don't think those are real, but I don't know. But, and then another compressed gauze, and yeah, this one's a little bit different, because this is known as the medium reversible pouch, CAS. And these, I believe, sit on your Molly 2 vest, or can go in the pouch, so I think maybe all of them can be reversed if you need them to, and then, I don't know. I think buying one of the other ones would be cool. I don't know. Never mind. But then you could have Molly to put it on something. And the zippers are reversible. Yeah. So that's that. I don't know. So that is all the pouches this came with. I believe there's a few more you can buy, or you can buy several of the same. I think this would be a good camera bag, if not a medical bag, because you can add all these tiny things. Like, as long as you're careful, you could put your lenses in this and your whatever in there. So I could see this being a camera bag, but there's plenty of room. You got padding everywhere. This rips open in half, and you can design it how you want. You could either do everything facing one direction, or you could do the clamshell opening face different facings. It's nice because you could set it up how you like. You could use this as a school backpack if you wanted, and set up the pouches the way you want. There's no divider for a computer, but, whatever. So, that is the CAS Medical Sustainment Bag. They also have a larger pack, but that's like $800. But this one was, the only one I bought, it was $80. I think for the whole thing with the pouches, which came with a full load. But it only had one setup, so I have to leave it as is, unless I spend $20 to $40 per pouch to buy others. But, I don't know. Anyway, this is one more time what it's called. If not, that is a CAS medical sustainment bag. Okay, so that has been a review of this. Hopefully you enjoyed it and learned something. And if you did, please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, doing all that fun stuff. Check out my other reviews. I have a tourniquet pouch review, Molly tourniquet pouch review. I have a medical Molly 2 IFAC number 2 multicam or OCP review. I have several, I think, first aid related things and several pouch reviews, backpack reviews, clothing reviews, all reasonably centered around outdoors and military. So, thank you for watching, and hopefully if you have any answers to any questions or any additional information, you share it in the comments. Otherwise, you can email me at wolfoutdoorreview@gmail.com. And yeah, thank you for watching. Hopefully you learned something. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, feel free to leave them. Or additional information. I like it when people are like, oh, this was used in the Gulf War, or, you know, whatever. Information you have is definitely helpful to help other people. Because I don't know too much about these. I just buy them because they look nice. And yeah, I try to do a little bit of research, though. And I think this is a Corpsman pack. That's all I really know. And I think it's like Corpsman's, I don't know what the A stands for in system, maybe. That's, I forget what CAS stands for, but if I find it, I'll put it in the description. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.